What's up, everybody? Welcome to day 11 of my 30-day health conscious challenge. Today is Monday, which typically would mean a full body hit circuit, but I gotta be real with you guys. So this weekend I was a little bit off with the consistency of making the videos for this challenge. So first Saturday, Nolan and I spent the day out in nature, so I didn't get to do my usual talk. And then yesterday, Sunday, was Mother's Day, so I spent the whole day with my family, celebrating my mom. We went out on this beautiful walk in Enumclaw because the weather was just perfect. And then today, Monday, is the last sunny day before we get a full week of rain, so I have so many outdoor projects that I've been meaning to get done with the garage and then finish prepping all the gardens. So I'm just gonna show you guys real quick what I've been doing today. So the awesome thing about this challenge is that as much as I know people are watching and being consistent with me, at the end of the day, this challenge is for me to have some growth and also to keep practicing my passion of helping people with their health and fitness, since I am not physically training anybody other than virtually. So we are definitely going to continue the challenge till the end of the month, but I am enjoying the freedom of my time so much, of doing the things that I want to do every day that bring me joy and bring me a sense of accomplishment, being productive, working on my house. So stay tuned. We still have many more days of this challenge ahead of us. What I'm thinking I'm gonna do is tomorrow, Tuesday, I am gonna combine Sunday and Monday's workout. So we're gonna be doing a full body stretch and full body hit. And then Tuesday would typically be an upper body workout, but I think I'm gonna bring that one over to Thursday, which is a lower body workout. So we'll do an upper body and lower body day on Thursday. And then again, tomorrow will be a full body stretch and full body hit. And then for the components of health, tomorrow I am going to combine Sunday, Mondays, and Tuesday, which is spiritual, physical, and emotional, which is perfect because that is the way we think, the way we feel, and the way we act. So we'll talk about that, and we'll get our workout on, and we'll continue this challenge. So a little change of plans. I was just about to start showing you guys everything I've done in the backyard, and then I get a call from my dad saying that he's got a flat tire on his bike and he needs me to come pick him up. So my dad is a pretty hardcore cyclist. He does some really long distance rides. He told me right now that he's somewhere in Crystal Mountain, so I am heading that way. Told me the general area, so once I get closer to that area, I'm just gonna kind of keep an eye to see if I see him on the side of the road. Today is just a flat tire, but this is not my first time having to pick up my dad from the side of the road when he's out riding, so nothing new. I guess I could use this time to talk a little bit about the whole challenge and kind of like my goal around it. So obviously I want people to try to join in. I have some clients that aren't able to get back into a consistent schedule with virtual training or even using the new training app, which is fine. I understand, you know, we all have so many new things that we are dealing with, and our time and routine is totally different as well, so it's all good. But anyways, I wanted to do that challenge to kind of create some consistency for everybody. And then also, it's gonna be hard right now to be focused on getting in the best shape of your life if you have a family and you have, you know, financial troubles or all the different things that we are dealing with. So I wanted to use the challenge to get people to start thinking not just about their physical health, but about all the components of health. This is something that I have been wanting to do for a long time. I have been very, very interested in all the components of health, and they have helped me really figure out, in a sense, the meaning of life and my own purpose and how I want to live life, how I want to look, how I want to be, all that kind of stuff. So the components of health is something that I definitely want to keep talking about, and I want to lifetime write a book about him, but of course at first you have to do a lot of research, you have to do a lot of talking with everybody, get a lot of data, and this is kind of what that challenge is. That challenge is just to see how many people are aware of all the different components, and then get some thoughts going behind the thought of all the components, okay, behind the concept of all the components. So for the rest of the month and the challenge, I definitely want some feedback from everybody that is watching these, whether it's answering the questions that I ask at the end of each video, or simply just getting some feedback on what are the thoughts that come into your head after watching the videos, you know? Are you enjoying the experience you're getting from me talking about them? I know a lot of them are kind of uncomfortable to talk about, especially if you haven't had the time to really reflect on yourself. But I want to talk about them. I have the platform to talk about it, and nobody else seems to be talking about it, or not enough people have the resources to really start thinking about the different components of health. So why not just start a friendly talk through videos, and then you guys can give me some feedback on what are the thoughts that are going through your head when you start learning about all the components of health. So what I'm really personally interested about is optimum health. So not just about being, you know, the most fit you can be, or eating the healthiest food, being the healthiest from the inside out, but also every single connection that helps us feel our best and really live life to the fullest potential. I am super intrigued by that, and I think being so interested by that at such an early age makes me so excited for the rest of my life. Nolan and I's sensei, he's 93, and he is just, you know, incredible to be around. Nolan says he's like Yoda, which he really does give that vibe, but, you know, he just makes you realize how much of the surface you have really scratched. That you really just, you know, it's just like when you were in high school and you thought your problems were like the worst. It's just like, if that is the worst of life, what is the best, you know? Like, what is the best possible thing that's going to happen to you in your lifetime? And I just want to be at the top of me, be feeling my best, so then any opportunity that comes at me, I can just completely crush it, instead of having any limitations that I put on myself that may cause me to not be as successful as I want to be with my surroundings and the environment. I think also age and wisdom is such an interesting concept. You know, you hear so many people when they talk about their peak years or their golden years, it's usually between their 20s and their 30s. And then again, I think of my sensei, you know, who is 93, and I'm like, man, that can't be your peak years. That can't be when you're at your best, because that's just the beginning. You know, that's really when you start realizing the reality of everything. When you're young, and I mean under 20, you know, you feel like you can't wait to grow up, and once you're 18, you're like, yes, I'm here. But it's like, you really don't know anything. I'm talking to you guys like I know so much, and I don't. And I'm so excited to learn more. That's what I want to do. I want to learn so much more than I already know. But I am very intrigued by the ideas that I have in my head of what interests me. So I want to continue to dig into that, get deeper and deeper into those topics, and see how those things help me grow throughout my life. But I want to set a really good foundation. I think I've done a really good job since I was young, like 18, and I want to continue that through my 20s and 30s. I mean, you don't know much when you're this young. You haven't experienced much, and sometimes experience does teach you a lot, and reading books teaches you a lot too. But I think 20s to 30s, you can set a really good foundation for yourself, but you are young for many, many more years after that, you know, like, you are not going downhill after 30, no way, like, that can't be. My sensei is 93 years old, and he always said that he wants to get to 120, and if I look at him, and I listen to what he's saying, I'm like, alright, you're gonna be fine, you're definitely gonna live to 120. And you know, my dad, on the other hand, I'm about to go pick him up now. I'm kind of looking at the side of the road a bit now. But he is almost 60. And he had an accident a few years ago where a car hit him while he was out riding his bike. And it completely crushed his left side. It punctured his lung. just the worst accident that he's ever been in. He's very, very lucky to be alive. And then as soon as he healed from that, which was very, very mentally tough to be such an active person and then suddenly not be doing anything but sitting on the couch and healing, you kind of have to exercise your mind. That's kind of what he did. And as soon as he was back on his feet, which he was riding his bike first before he started walking, that was like easier for him to do, was to ride his bike than walk. But he started doing triathlons, from just being a cyclist who did, you know, mountain biking in the very beginning, to then doing cyclocross, to then doing just road races and velodrome and things like that. He's doing triathlons now, and he hadn't ran and swam for like years and years, maybe like 15 years since he really started like seriously running and swimming. And he is at the top of his age group. He wins first, second, third multiple times, and it is just incredible. So to me, to see my own father doing the things that he is doing at his age also gets me really, really excited for the future, especially if I am taking really, really good care of myself right now at such a young age. Like, I'm just excited about life. I just tried calling my dad after passing the first checkpoint, just so he would kind of tell me how far from that checkpoint he is. And there's no service, for me at least. So we'll see if my service comes back, but this has just become more of an adventure than I thought. Well, I just made contact with my dad. I guess somebody brought him down from Crystal Mountain, and he is just sitting on the road that I am driving in now. So we should be able to see him any minute now, just waiting for me to get him. There he is. Got him. That wasn't too hard. It was just like maybe 25 minutes away from Enumclaw. Oh, Dad. He's very happy that I found him. You're welcome. Not my first time.
Like AAA.
I'm AAA.
Okay. Vámonos. Si quiero alcanzar a llegar hasta acá.
I was filming my
rescue?
My challenge. So what happened? Tell the camera what happened.
Nothing. Just
riding
a half mile before to the top of Crystal Mountain, stopless on the red wheel. So the problem is I was with tube and everything, but I have the wheels with a huge profile. So the valve of the tube need to be huge.
Oh.
And I was with the regular
short one.
So
you couldn't get air in it.
Yeah. So I noticed just.
And you just switched the tires like last week too, didn't you?
Yeah.
I
wheels? I just switched the wheels 1 week ago. So yeah.
And then somebody took you down the mountain.
Yeah, a very nice guy watching me. Very similar to Livcito.
Oh really?
Yeah. Very nice guy. He helped me and put me down to the hill. And yeah.
How long were you waiting? Not too long,
No,
right?
not too much. No, like a 30 minutes.
Very good. Well, you're safe now.
I'm safe now.
Alright, I'm back from getting my dad. So I guess you can consider this another garden update video. We cleared out all the weeds and grass from this bed, and then you can start seeing some potato plants growing. And then we are gonna put the tomato plants over here. We got our cauliflower looking good, Brussels sprouts, onions looking good. That's a little spinach one that's gonna move, some pepper plants, and then we got all this nice and loosened up again because I am gonna put in my zucchinis and butternut squash. I got planters ready for a lot of them. And then Nolan is helping me put up a pallet fence, and we spread my garden bed to be a little bit bigger and have some more room because we have too many plants. The rain beat us for a bit, but we're almost done. Okay, we're officially done. So broccoli's looking good. They've been here for about a month now. I just got some yellow squashes in. We put our fence up. I got peppers and my spaghetti squash and planters. I got all the peppers and planters as well. And then over here, okay, we got the butternut squashes. We got the zucchinis planted. We got peppers, all of our cauliflowers and Brussels sprouts and onions there. And then the big bed, it's all clean. Potatoes are growing already. Now we just need to put the tomatoes there once they're a little bit bigger. But goal, mission accomplished. We did it. I got it all done. It didn't rain that bad on me. And now hopefully the plants will be happy, and from here we really gotta stay on it because they start growing quick. They start really, like, it's crazy, but they really start growing quickly. So I'll show you more constantly. But I feel good. Whew. So I realized that as much as I'm gonna want to stick to a routine with this challenge, some things are gonna have to get done, and I want to keep enjoying my free time without feeling stressed about, oh my gosh, I need to do this, oh my gosh, my video, blah 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 blah. So we will just take it one day at a time. I'm still being active, I'm still doing all the things that I want to be doing, but I want to make sure I'm taking care of all the things that I've committed to already, like the garden. They deserve a lot of attention. So this is gonna be a fun rest of the month, trying to balance everything, trying to keep up with the challenge, and trying to balance all the things that I have set out to do in my home. So we'll see what happens. Stay tuned. I'll see you guys tomorrow, Tuesday, for a full body stretch and a full body HIIT workout. And then we'll take it from there back to normal week schedule. See you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.